Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another super cool radio interview. I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for tuning in. I got two great guests joining me at this time who I'm excited to have on the podcast. On January 27th, Gunshine released their single entitled Goth Girl. Please welcome Jordan and Austin from Gunshine.
What's up, y'all? Appreciate you having me.
Thank you guys so much for joining me. Obviously, a lot to talk about with Gunshine, obviously with the single and, of course, the upcoming album as well. So I appreciate you guys taking the time for the podcast. I did want to start off, obviously, diving into the new single, Goth Girl, that is out right now. So for anyone who hasn't checked it out, haven't listened to it, what can they expect?
It's wild. It's crazy. It's got movements. It's great. It's got a video. It's got a fun little video we filmed in Atlanta. It's great.
It's one of those songs where there's a lot of different elements going on. There's melodic, there's heavy, there's funky. Yeah, it's a fun song. Yeah, we kind of threw the kitchen sink at it. We always throw the rule book out the window, and like Jordan said, we got a really good video with it as well. And so go check it out. YouTube.
Oh, for sure. I also have a link for the music video description of this podcast as well. But going along with that, so like how, obviously this is the first single off the upcoming album. So kind of curious. So like, is this a good representation of the album, or is there more in store? Like, what can we expect?
Man, we went all over the place with the writing. We have multiple different styles even at times, and as Austin said, we kind of threw the kitchen sink out, just like we did it. We have another single. It is a beautiful song. I wrote this song years ago. I was still living at home. I was probably about maybe 15. And this is the first song that I ever wrote that I said, you know what, I might have something here. I might just have something here. And I held on to it. I pitched the song throughout the years of my writing, and stuff to different people, different, pluggers, publishers, different stuff. Everybody said it was too much. It wasn't right. We were looking for songs, and I said, this thing would actually make an epic freaking rock ballad. Just like an epic. So I sat down with Austin and we got an arrangement together for it, and then we produced everything in Las Vegas, and then of course we did our drums in Nashville. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. I think everybody's really gonna love it. It's one of those songs. It's about the type of relationship that I would want to have, that like perfect love, where it's like regardless of whatever you may have to sometimes because of a job. You may have some financial difficulties. You may have a kid that, falls and slices his head open on the counter or something. There's all kind of life difficulties. But what's between you and your partner, that type of love there, that just unconditional, no matter what's going on, you're going to love each other. That type of stuff. And so, I don't know, in my home, every day is Valentine's Day. I think people could benefit from that.
Oh, definitely. I appreciate it. I'm definitely very excited to listen to the new single, and especially it's very relatable with everything, especially anyone in a relationship. It's very relatable. But kind of going along with that, so this is the first single you've, it's been, you wrote, and now it's been, almost soon to be released. How does it feel to have that song finally released?
Man, it's pretty wild. It's a wild ride, I gotta say. I was glad it made the cut for the album. We were choosing songs towards the end there, which ones we wanted to save for another one or whatever, and it made the cut. I was quite happy.
Austin, kind of going along with that, so when Jordan presented this song, what was like kind of your reaction to it?
Yeah, I mean, if there's things that he brings to the table, we do this with any idea, but for me, I'm really into like production and different things as well. So I think in my mind, I'm already thinking of how to, if he shows me something, I'm thinking of how to spin it in a certain way, or like, I think my wheels kind of started turning on it as soon as I as soon as he played it for me, he just gave me like a rough piano and a like a vocal track or whatever. And I thought it was really cool. And there's like a cool, but yeah, it's got like a cool chord progression, everything like that. But I think for me, I pulled it in kind of a Boston-y direction a little bit. Almost like boy bandy and stuff here and there towards the bridge and stuff like that. We did some crazy harmonies and really added a lot to the production to kind of make it, in my opinion, it kind of makes it really, really shine. So I'm proud of how it came out.
I'm definitely excited to check it out with you guys, because what I've really noticed, especially listening to you guys, is you guys kind of, again, what you're saying with the upcoming album, you guys kind of just go all over the place, but you guys make it work and you make it sound so good.
Thanks, man. We try.
Yeah, we do what we can. I feel I'm very blessed to work with a talented bunch of musicians. And, I'm excited to put out some good songs for everybody.
Oh, definitely, for sure. So I'm kind of curious. So like with Gunshine, like what's kind of like the writing and recording process like for the band?
We always get together. We work on stuff. It's a lot of like going through, I have like a ton of the voice memos and stuff like that, like voice memo ideas. And so I save melodies, like vocal melodies and riffs and stuff as I go. Lyric ideas, whatever it may be, and then we get together and I'm kind of the guy in the band that's got like the laptop and I'm into like demoing style and producing stuff, so we try to get it 95% the way that you hear it on the final recording. We try to do that at home before we ever go into the studio, so then when we get to the studio we kind of know exactly what we're doing. But yeah, it's always a good collaborative process. We Jordan and I get together a lot and just go through ideas and kind of rate. Like I said, if I have a melody or something, we'll sit there and then kind of work on lyrics from there and stuff like that. But it's a little bit different every time.
It's about the same, really. I mean, Austin will have a good melody, and my thing was always lyrics. Was always just really good with lyrics, and we'd sit and focus on lyrics and shaping it into what makes it a song. And with Austin's melodies and my lyrics, and it's not always exactly that way, and we definitely help on each end of it. We definitely have our strengths, and we just come together. And I mean, one of us will have an idea and the other one can just help enhance it. We tend to do that. It makes it a fun partnership. I've always enjoyed working with Austin songwriting.
Really glad to hear with everything that, very collaborative with everything you guys do. But I also do want to highlight, so how was it working with Brian? Because I believe he's produced or worked with you guys on all the Gunshine material.
Well,
that would be Chris.
Brian House worked with us.
Sorry, Chris.
2 songs. Yeah.
My apologies. So how's it been work with both of them?
Yeah, you want to go first, Jordan?
You want me to go? Or? Yeah, I can go. Well, Chris has always been the magic. Just from the beginning, he's always just made the sound. Chris Collier, he has the ability to just reach down and just make those tones just punch you right in the throat, man. He's got a way to do it. I mean, that's to the mixing side of things. We worked with Brian House. You'd mentioned Brian. We worked with Brian House on 2 songs. There's a song Austin and I had written called Single Looks Good on You. That's on the album. Grand Rising. It's on the album. So he worked with us on that one. We wrote a new song like kind of on the fly there. That was Goth Girl. So we worked with Brian House on Goth Girl. Yeah. Then Chris mixed it, mastered it, and all that stuff, but put his edge on it. They both have their ways, but I don't know. Canada's fun. I could definitely see myself going back to Canada. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was the first time we had ever kind of like a little, basically what I was just saying about how we like to demo everything, 95% of how we're going to record it. This was the first time we kind of didn't sort of do that. So Goth Girl started off, it was a couple. I had these like 2 melodies that were almost both choruses. They're kind of 2 pre-choruses that went together, like kind of the Def Leppard thing where there's like 3 choruses in one song. It was kind of like an idea like that. And then I had this like 70s funk style verse melody, like weird going together, but it worked. It was kind of cool. So I had that and then just like a riff, and that's all it was. And then Jordan, separately from that, had this like lyrical concept. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jordan, but you saw one of your friends make a Facebook post. It was like, I just need a big titty goth girl in my life. And then
yeah, you had a friend. He made a post. When is God gonna send me my big titty goth girl or something? And then we're in Albuquerque, and lo and behold, right in the front row, that was like, where's Dakota when you need him? I got his girl right here. So that was funny.
So I didn't know if those 2 ideas separately were actually going to be the same song, because when he told me that lyric idea, I was already thinking of like darker melodies and like different music and stuff. But we got on this Zoom call with Brian, and the first thing he said, okay, what do you guys have? So I showed him this melody thing and the riff, and he was like, I love the melody, like you went everywhere I would have went with it. I love the riff. And then he was like, well, Jordan, do you have anything like lyrically you've been thinking about? So then Jordan brought up the Goth Girl thing. And then
Brian
he
liked
thought he thought that the two ideas actually went really well together. So it ended up being it was kind of a cool thing, like combination of a few different ideas. And then so we fly to Vancouver camp after that and basically finished writing on the spot in the studio. And we tracked at the Armory where Thunderstruck was recorded and the whole Razor's Edge, AC/DC's album, Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi, like all legendary. I think actually Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars, I think that was even recorded in there. You could feel the magic in there, like the breakdown where it kind of goes into the screaming part and the almost Led Zeppelin-y kind of part. That was written on the spot in the studio because, like I said, there was definitely some cool spontaneity, some cool magic that was going on. And then Brian actually came in with the backing vocal idea in the chorus that kind of has like the Thunderstruck kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
So it was just a really cool collaborative effort. Me, Brian, and Jordan, we just sat there and wrote the lyrics like pretty much on the spot, finished writing them.
I very much enjoy the final, song, that's been released now. It's so cool, and it's got like some groove to it, and I like how it's very dynamic. It changes, from like when you start the song and everything you guys throw into it. That it just sounds so cool. So kind of going along with that, as you're talking about kind of writing more like when you guys got there and finishing the song. I know you guys like to plan it out, but not planning it out. Did you have any reservations like going up there? Like, are we going to be able to finish this or anything like that?
It was nerve-wracking, but in a good way. It was kind of like
I had faith that we would get it done. Yeah. I knew we had a couple things. Like Austin said, we usually have everything like 95% down. With this, we had everything about 80% down. Not gonna lie, but like we knew what we had to do.
I think there's something to be said about having a deadline and like knowing you have to do something. I think it makes you kind of be inspired and just kind of have to work on the spot like that.
Yeah, it makes you work.
Yeah. I think sometimes the pressure can be good.
As I said, what's been released, it's killer. So you guys did fantastic with it.
Thanks, man.
But I saw the track listing for this upcoming album. So Michael Starr is featured on one of the songs. So I'm curious, how did that come about?
We've toured with him in the past, and I think Austin Scheiben emailed said, "Hey, you interested in being in one of our songs?" He was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, so we have this song. So Shark Lounge, my dad was actually telling us a story. So it used to be this strip club in Daytona Beach, and we're actually about to go there for Bike Week. Not the actual club. We're going down to Daytona. But anyways, it was a strip club that used to be in Daytona, and there was a stripper pole in the middle. There was a shark tank on top of there was a stripper pole on top of the shark tank, and that's where the girls would dance. And this eventually got shut down because there was so much like debauchery and crazy stuff that happened there, and you could like drink underage there, and like just it was apparently like a super dirty place, but it was a popular spot. Like all the bikers would go there and stuff. And my dad was telling us a story, and we got really inspired by it. And then I had this old kind of like demo from COVID, and then Jordan kind of came in with a new lyrical idea with it, and we kind of put the two things together. And once we finished the song, we started realizing, because we were writing the lyrics about all these different strippers and different characters throughout the song, we started realizing like this would actually be perfect if we could get Michael Starr to sing on it, because it's totally got like the Steel Panther kind of vibe to it. And,
definitely.
Yeah, we shot him an email, and sure enough, he did it. He knocked it right out, and he killed it. And so it's going to be fun. Yeah, I can't wait for you to hear that one.
I am super excited because I'm also a fan of Steel Panther as well. And like just that, what you were describing of like the inspiration for it just fits Steel Panther so well. Like that's
hilarious, man. That place was like the Ripley's Believe It or Not of strip clubs.
So like with it, so there's like sharks swimming around in the tank, and there's a stripper pole with strippers dancing above it.
Yeah, there was like a pole on top of the tank. That's where the strippers would dance, is on top of the shark tank. And there was this shark swimming around in there. What I have been unable to find out is what happened to the shark. I've been unable to find out. What I have Googled, I've tried to find, I've looked up other stuff. There's even been other articles people have posted. Hey, if you hear it, see anything, send information here. What happened to the shark? I hope they didn't just like put it down or something, all because it was a strip club shark. I would think it went to some type of an aquarium, or a rescue, something, to shark rescue. It needs, something, right? You would think.
It probably needs some kind of help after what it's been through.
I imagine it needs some form of rehab. I mean, people probably just dump their cocaine in the water, and you literally had sharks on cocaine, like, probably in there.
That might be the next Sharknado movie.
I'm telling you, like, this place, like, it was
Yeah, and you can look it up, by the way. There's a whole article about it, and there's a picture.
It was Vince Neil's like favorite place in the mid-90s. God, that was his like favorite place to hang out. Because when he did the whole hiatus from Crew, he hung out down in the Daytona area and we just surfing all the time and stuff. And he loved that place. He hung out there all the time. Like, so the place got really famous. And dude, it was wild. I mean, they had midget strippers. They had like grandma strippers. They'd be pregnant strippers. They had a one-legged stripper named Peggy. No joke. I know. I call her. So we kind of played on that a little with the lyrics there. No, but yeah, you'll like it. That'll be fun.
That place definitely sounds like a vibe, but I'm definitely excited to hear the song off the album. I know.
They shut that place down. You believe it? They shut that place down.
I can, yeah.
The nerve. I'm telling you. I mean, that's just rock and roll,
All right, so as we're starting to wrap up this interview, I got a highlight. So you guys are going to be going on, got some shows coming up, I believe, in March. So what can people expect from the 2026 Gunshine show?
We're going to be promoting this new record, so we're going to be touring a lot this year. We got shows in March, April, taking a little time off in May, but then we're hitting it really hard the rest of the year. Summertime, we're going out to the Whiskey again this year. We got, we'll be all over the place, so it's going to be fun. And just stay on the lookout, gunshineband.com, and then all the socials. We did something a little unorthodox with the release of the album, too. So the streaming version comes out July 24th. For those that don't want to wait till then and that prefer vinyl and CD, you can actually order the record right now. We actually released the physical version before the streaming version. So if you go to our links, like I said, gunshineband.com, socials, you'll see the link. And you can actually order the vinyl, the CD right now, as well as exclusive Grand Rising merch. And it should ship around March or something like that, and then you'll have it.
I will leave some links, as I said, in the description. Make sure to pre-order. I'm going to pre-order because I'm super excited for this album. Sweet. But as we're closing, I got one final fun question to conclude this interview on. So I'm curious for both of you guys, what is your favorite Gunshine song to perform live?
Oh, you go ahead, Austin. I'll let you take first pick.
Well, we haven't played any of the new album songs yet, except Shark Lounge. We did do that one last tour, and that was super fun to play.
As far as current, so as far as what we played so far.
What we played so far, maybe Till the End of Days. That one's pretty fun.
That's what I'd say too. Till the End of Days, yeah. It's a time where we just melt together as a group because we all got to watch each other. We all got to watch each other and play and know when to trade off licks and, what to listen for. And it's one of those really fun songs. I enjoy playing that song live.
Right on. Fantastic pick with that. But as I said, I will have some links for Gunshine description. Make sure to check out the new album, pre-order it, do all of that stuff. Make sure to like and follow them as well. But Austin, Jordan, thank you guys so much for hanging out and chatting with me.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah, appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
Of course, for Austin and Jordan of Gunshine, I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.